It's always a challenge to any church or religious movement when the original leader of that movement is gone from the scene. What happens in the next generation? Well, by 1600, Luther was long gone and out of the scene. What happened to Lutheran hymnody after him? Well, what we're going to find is that there were sort of two different tracks that happened with Lutherans in the generation after Luther was gone. One of those tracks was pietism, and the other was orthodoxy. We'll talk about the pietists first, because I really enjoy their texts. Piety, focus on me and I and God, rather than we and us, and focus on these personal reflections. Remember how shortly before the Reformation happened, I said that some of those texts of the monastics were moving in the direction of pietism? Well, you'll recognize that again here in this generation of German writers. So we have writers like Paul Gerhardt, who wrote, O Sacred Head, Now Wounded, at least the translation of it, and Jesus, thy boundless love to me, and all my heart this night rejoices, and give to the winds your fears, hope and be undismayed. God hears your sighs and counts your tears. God shall lift up your head. Through waves and clouds and storms he gently clears the way. Wait for his time, so shall the night soon end in joyous day. Still heavy is your heart? Still sink your spirits down? Cast off the weight, let fear depart, and every care be gone. He everywhere has sway, and all things serve his mind. His every act pure blessing is, his path unsullied light. Far, far above your thought his counsel shall appear, when fully he the work has wrought that caused your needless fear. Leave to his sovereign will to choose and to command, with wonder filled, and then you shall own how wise, how strong his hand. Now he based this on Psalm 37, and which is already quite a personal psalm, but he personalized it even more, applied it. Jesu meine Freude, which was also set by Johann Sebastian Bach quite often. Jesus Christ, source of purest pleasure, truest friend to me, long my heart. Jesus, priceless treasure, source of purest pleasure, truest friend to me. Thirsting after thee, thine I am most spotless, I will suffer not to hide thee. Ask for not beside, ask for not beside thee. Then there's Johann Heermann's deeply personal, Ah, Holy Jesus. Ah, Holy Jesus, how wast thou offended that man to judge thee hath in hate pretended, by foes derided, by thine own rejected, O most afflicted. Who was the guilty? Who brought this upon thee? Alas, my treason, Jesus, hath undone thee. 'Twas I, Lord Jesus, I it was denied thee. I crucified thee. For me, kind Jesus, was thy incarnation, thy mortal sorrow and thy life's oblation, thy death of anguish and thy bitter passion for my salvation. Therefore, kind Jesus, since I cannot pay thee, I do adore thee, and will ever pray thee. Think on thy pity and thy love unswerving, not my undeserving. Powerful text. Johann Schultz, Sing Praise to God Who Reigns Above. A fairly well-known tune as well as text. Sing praise to God who reigns above, the God of all creation, the God of power the God of love, the God of our salvation. With healing balm my soul he fills, and every faithless murmur stills. To God all praise and glory. Well, so far we've only heard representations from the pietistic side of the group. Erdmann Neumeister was from the orthodox side. He wrote a text called Sinners Jesus Will Receive. Neumeister was opposed to the innovations of the pietistic movement. He saw them as experimental and as not being part of the New Testament church. Well, ironically, one of his hymns, Christ Receiveth Sinful Men, wound up turning into an American gospel song when James McGranahan discovered it and set it to a tune. You can't tell that this was written by an Orthodox Lutheran almost 300 years earlier, but such ironies sometimes happen in history. Sinners Jesus will receive. Sound this word of grace for all, who the heavenly path will leave, all who linger, all who fall. Sing it again, sing it again, Christ receive the sinful man, make the message